Good afternoon student. Now in this lecture we are going to revise all the topic whatever I have completed. जो भी हमने अब तक पढ़ा हुआ है उसको हम अब यहाँ पे क्या करेंगे, रिवाइज करने जा रहे हैं. सो लेट्स रिवाइज द टॉपिक फ्रॉम द स्टार्टिंग. सो now what will be the topic covered in this revision class? First one is object oriented concept, second one is tokens, third one is bare bones of Python program, fourth one is escape sequence, fifth one is calculating size of literals, and sixth one is simple input output program. Now let's see the features of object oriented programming language. Now see, first feature is class and object. Now class is the collection of methods and object is the instance of any method. In the next year when we are going to study with the function, then we are going to deals with the object oriented programming language in Python. Then we are all see the these all concept. जब हम ये सारे concept पढ़ेंगे, but now you can just have brief knowledge about object oriented programming language. Then what are the features that is going to supported by any programming language, that is called ऑब्जेक्ट ओरिएंटेड प्रोग्रामिंग लैंग्वेज. तो अभी बस आप इनका नाम समझिए, इनका क्या है, जस्ट थोड़ा बहुत इसके बारे में नॉलेज रखिए, नॉट मोर देन दैट. इन द नेक्स्ट वीडियो, नेक्स्ट क्लास वी विल सी इन द डिटेल. सेकेंड वन इज इनहेरिटेंस. सेकेंड feature one is inheritance. Inheritance, like if you are going to understand is as a like example, then inheritance, that means to occupy or contain all the properties of the parent class by the child class. That means parent class के सारे method properties child class क्या करेंगे, inherit कर सकते हैं. For example, if your grandfather property is occupied by your father and your father's property will be going to occupied by you and your property will be occupied by your son. This is the inheritance property. That means the child class can inherit all the properties of their parent class. Third one is polymorphism. That means you can use same function for more than one place. That means we design one method at once and we can use that method in various places in the code. So fourth one is data abstraction. Data abstraction, that means to hide the internal mechanism of data, and data encapsulation, that means to wrap the data, bind the data, wrap the data. This is the encapsulation. In our next class we are going to deal with all the properties in detail when we are going to study the function in Python. Now next topic is tokens. Now see, token is the smallest unit of program, like keywords, identifier, literals, operators, punctuators. Tokens are smallest unit of the program. You can say that keywords are the token, identifiers will be the token, literals are token, operators and punctuators all are tokens. Now if we are going to see it with the help of a program, you can see that here a equal to 10, b equal to 20 and print sum of a and b. Now here a and b are the identifier or variable, a and b are the identifier, and 10 and 20 are the literals. That means 10, 20 are the value and value is the literal. Which type of value? These are the number type literals. So print is the keyword. Print क्या हमारा function है which is used to display the output. Now print is also a keyword, and here plus is a operator. Please, plus is an operator, and you can see this two statement, two lines are separated with this comma. This is called your punctuator. This is called your punctuator. Now if we are going to see output, this is your output and this is called your output window. So I hope you have clear understanding of tokens. Now we are going to see bare bones of Python program. Now see bare bones of Python program. Bare bones, that means fundamental building block of Python. That means the basic things which is used in a program, that is called bare bones, like expression, statement, comments, function, block and indentation. These are the fundamental building block of program in Python. Now let's understand with the program. Write a program to print BMI. Here we are going to print body mass index. This is your body mass index. Now see it with the help of example. Suppose here define display. Display is a function. Display is the function name. This is the function, and define is the keyword which is used to declare the function in Python. Now we are taking input weight equal to 60, height equal to 1.72, weight is in kg and height is in meter. Now we are going to calculate BMI. BMI equal to weight upon height into height, that means weight upon height square. Print BMI. Now see here, display is the function, weight equal to 60, height equal to 1.72, these two are the statement, and BMI equal to weight upon height square, this is called expression. Now print is the your keyword that is used to print the value of body mass index. Now here we have called the display. This is the calling of your function. Now when we are discuss that function in detail, then we are study about function, how to declare and how to call, but for till now we are know just this is the your define part of definition part of display, this is your calling part of function. Now we have seen the expression. See here, the line start with the hash is called comment, and for multi comment you can see that triple quote is used for multi-line comment. Now we are going to see expression, statement, comments, function, all are seen in this program. Now block and indentation. Now if we are going to talk about block, then you can observe this code. Here you can see that weight, height, BMI, print, all are indented in same indentation, and this is called your block of function. These are 4 lines represent block of function, this function, and the space you can see that from the starting there are 4 space. If you are going to count, you can count 1, from here you can count, we are going to press backspace 1. So this is your function 1, 2, 3, 4. That means the indentation is 4 space starting of the line. This is called indentation. This space is called indentation. This is same in all 4 lines. This is called indentation, and this space amount is 4 space. This is the amount of 4 space from the beginning of the line. This is called indentation, that is used to separate the code. Now we are going to check the output. So run this program like this, press F5, or otherwise you can see 20.2 weight 123309897247 is the body mass index of a person having weight of 60 kg and height of 1.72 meters. Now this is the bare bones of Python programming. Now our next topic is escape sequence, used to print non-graphic characters like tab, backspace, etc. The size of escape sequence is 1 byte always. The size of escape sequence is always 1 byte. This is the point to be remember or noted. So in our lecture of escape sequence we have seen the details about escape sequence. Now if we are going to write example of escape sequence, suppose that we are going to print a line like पाइथन बैक स्पेस बैकस्लैश के साथ हमको पाइथन प्रिंट करना है. सो दिस इज सिंटेक्स एरर जनरेटिंग सिंटेक्स एरर end of line while scanning string literals. That means you cannot print backspace, but using escape sequence we can print this. If we are using double backslash in the end of the Python string, then you can see the output. This is printed. See, Python backslash. This is the use of escape sequence. If we are going to print double backslash, then we have to use 4 backslash in the end. See here, 2 backslash are printed. Now the next topic is our size of string literals. Now see how to calculate size of strings in Python. Now see here, B equal to ideally and C equal to interactive development learning environment. Now if we are going to print length of B and length of C, then what will be the output? See here, length of B is 5 and length of C is 44. Now see here, B equal to IDLE, that means 1 2 3 4. 4 characters are written here, but the length is 5. Why is it so? Because here we have used one space. Space is also counted as character. If we are going to remove this space from here, now check the output. Now this is 4. This is the way to calculate length of the string. Now here 1 space, 2 space and 3 space. These are also included in 44. Then the length becomes 44. This is the way to calculate size of string. But in case of escape sequence always take 1 byte of storage. Now this is our escape sequence. Now see the predict the output of the following. Here you can see, here are some piece of code is written and you have to find the output of this. If we are going to run this program, if you are using your system, then you can easily find the output like this: 20, 81 and 41. Now see why is it so. Here x equal to 40 and y equal to x plus 1. Now here the value of y become 41. Now third line we have written x equal to 20 and y plus x, that means assignment of multiple value to same variable. Here print x and y. Now if we are going to talk about this line here, you can see x equal to 20. Now here x will be 20 and second one is value of x is y plus x and y plus x will be y plus x equal to 81 because x is 40 and y is 41. If we are going to add these two, this will give 81. Now you can see the output. See 20, 81 and 41. This is the output of this piece of code, because here you can say that x is 40 and x is 20, both will be the value of x, because this is called dynamic typing in Python programming language. यहाँ x की वैल्यू 40 भी है and x की वैल्यू 20 भी है. Both are stored in our storage by the interpreter, because this concept is called dynamic typing. We will see it in our upcoming lecture. That's why we have get here two value of x. One is 20 and second one is 40. That means we can store more values to same variable. एक ही वेरिएबल को हम वन से अधिक वैल्यू स्टोर कर सकते हैं. दिस कंसेप्ट इज कॉल्ड डायनेमिक टाइपिंग. नाउ नेक्स्ट प्रोग्राम is also predict the output. See here, x equal to 40. This is the program. We are going to check this. Now comment this above program. Now see the output of this program. See here, x y equal to 20 60. This is called multiple value assigned to multiple variable. We have studied this concept in assignment of variable in our previous lecture. Now y, x and y, this is the 3 times. Two variable are declared 3 times, equal to x, y minus 10 and x plus 10. Now print x and y. Now check the output. See, output is 50 and 30, because two variable are there, x and y, and two values will be printed, 50 and 30. Now if we are going to derive in this program, so here see, x is represent the value of 20 and y is represent the value of 60, because in variable assignment we have seen that in what order we are going to declare the variable, in same order it will take the value. We have declared the x first, then first value is contained by x, and second y, then second value represent y. Now here see, y equal to x. Here you can see y equal to x, that means y will be 20. Now in second x equal to y minus 10, that means 60 minus 10, that will return 50. Here x value of x is the 50, and now y equal to x plus 10, then value of x is 20 and value of y will be x plus 10. 20 plus 10 is 30. That's why 50 and 30 was returned by the interpreter. So this is the way to calculate the output. Now go to our second program. Find problem with following program code. Now see what are the problem with this error code. Now if you are going to run this program, you can see unexpected indent, syntax error. That means see, indent of A, B and S are the starting of the line, but these are the 4 space. After 4 space we have used print A, print B and print S, because this is the not a conditional statement, this is not a function block. Then why we have given the space here, why we have changed the indentation of these two statements. Now there is no change in indentation, so remove this indentation from here. Now run this program. See, again unexpected indent. Now remove this space also. Now if you are going to run again error is. Now change this indent. Now if there is the indent are same for all the statement, because there is no special statement is used above the print statement. Now if you are going to run this program, then your output will be generated. So 3 4 7, 3 is the value of A, 4 is the value of B and 7 is the value of S. Now this is all about the revision of the Python programming language. अभी तक Python programming language में जितना हमने पढ़ा था उतना हम लोग रिवाइज कर चुके हैं. In our next lecture we will see the next topic, dynamic typing in Python. If still there is any doubt, then you can type me. Now thank you for watching today.